Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter.
Welcome, everyone. I hope that you're doing well. Happy January, Happy New Year. And I am amazed at how quickly January is going. And I'm just thrilled and honored to be connecting in with you. Here's an opportunity for us to take a moment and breathe, pause, and just for this time, make sure that we're remembering ourselves and all the busyness, all the things that are happening and going on around us. It's so easy to get caught up in the momentum of things. And I want to make sure that we're remembering that a key to staying on purpose, to starting the new year with purpose, to moving forward and bringing those things that matter most to us, is remembering to stop, pause, and listen. We can actually go faster, more effectively forward, be more of who we want to be and how we want to be, and do the things we want to do when we remember to slow down, pause, listen, align, and receive. So during our time together today, I want to invite you to take that breath, to be really present, to receive everything that is here for you. Because if we can all more align with our purpose, if we can all start to be more of who we want to be, bring forward those things that matter most to us, that does in fact make the world a better place. As we can step more into our true step and rhythm and be willing to share that out, it creates a positive, powerful ripple. Today we have amazing guests. They're going to lean in to help you and empower you on your purpose, on your mission, really aligning more fully with who you are. And we're going to share some ways for you to share that out. For those that you have put that on your list, that is something this year you are committed and saying yes to, is really sharing out as well. We're going to let you know an opportunity to do that too. But it starts with going deep and really aligning with who you truly are and what you are truly wanting to be and to bring forward in the world. So I invite you, let's take a breath. Let's connect in. Let's slow down for a moment. In through the nose, all the way to your toes. Breathing out like through a straw. Put both hands on your heart, feeling that heartbeat. Continuing to breathe, and I in fact invite you to close your eyes as you slow down and you listen and you feel that heartbeat. As you slow it down and connect in so you can really hear and see. Even hear what your heart is trying to say to you. Sometimes we're moving so fast, or the noise around us or things around us are so loud, we don't slow down, we don't hear. So let's listen and see what is being placed upon your heart and your spirit. What is it that you need today to support and empower you on your journey? Let's receive that information as we come back into the room, fully present. Wonderful. Taking that big breath, take a moment and write down what was laid on your heart. Let's keep it top of mind. Let's start co-creating it as we look to lean in and bring that forward and see what it is that you need today that is speaking to you, that you are willing to receive and bring forward and be. Wonderful. With that, we're going to go around our virtual room and see what was laid on their hearts. So with that, Dr. Kasturi, I'd love for you to share what was laid on your heart.
Hello, everybody. As I took a deep breath, what laid on my heart is the fact that my heart was beating and giving space for my soul to have a home. And in that moment, it reminds me that every other beating heart houses a soul, and we all come from the same source. And how are we going to lift each other up in this new year?
Oh, I love that. My heartbeat accelerated as you were sharing that and connecting with that. I love that. So powerful. Thank you. And how about you, Maureen? What was laid on your heart?
As we exit the holidays and we're thrust into this new year, this new energy, that oftentimes we get to a place where we want to hide because things are so heavy. And in that moment, you get to stand and come forward because your energy, just like your heartbeat that Cass says, matters. And that we want to hear from you. And we get to do this together.
I love this. I'm hearing the echo and reminder that we're connected. We get to do this. I love that, get to do this together. Not have to, get to, choose to. That's a privilege and an honor. I love it. Thank you for sharing. How about you, Cara? What was laid on your heart?
Well, those were beautiful. Thank you. I think it ties in. Mine was speak your truth and speak it loudly, even if it's different, because your voice matters and contributes to the whole. So I felt, for me personally, my viewpoints are a bit different than most. So it's always taken a lot of courage. And then especially with the state of the world, many, maybe perhaps are being called to stand up, speak, share, be that gift, be that synchronization for another person to give them power as well and courage as well. So that is what was laid on my heart today.
I love that. And, I think it takes courage sometimes when we have a different perspective or something different we're called to bring forward. And then what a gift it is when we're willing to lean in and share it. So important to bring forward. Yeah. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. Listeners, how about you? Remember, you're part of our conversation. So what was laid on your heart as we took a moment to come together to connect? As you heard each person sharing some of what was laid on their heart, what they heard, what they felt, how did that weave into what was laid on your heart? We are getting ready to go to our first commercial break, and as we do so, I want to invite you to stay present, to really receive everything that is coming through, that is bubbling up as you connect in. Give yourself the gift of these 2 minutes to hear and receive, and we will continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Voice America programs are now available on your favorite connected device. including Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home. Through streams with Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio, listening to your favorite show is as easy as saying the show name followed by the word podcast.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast.
If that doesn't work, try adding on TuneIn or on iHeartRadio or on Apple Podcasts.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
It's your world. Motivate, change, succeed. VoiceAmericaEmpowerment.com.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed those 2 minutes. I know behind the scenes we were connecting and getting excited about the conversation we're having today. It's such a privilege when we're able to connect heart to heart and come together from different parts of the world, different perspectives, and yet feel that connection, that unity, and build something together. And that's what we're doing today. And each of you are part of that. You're helping create a community. We're creating this with you as you are listening to this show. Whether you're listening live or you're listening to the replay, you're weaving your energy, your connection, your heart, your spirit with us. And it is an honor to welcome you and have you be part of our conversation today. And I encourage you to have a piece of paper ready to capture anything that touches your heart and spirit, that you're able to lean into that. You're able to capture those maybe next steps you're feeling called to take, or a reminder that is bubbling up, or an aha moment. Really be present, capture those things. We'll also be sharing the contact information of each of our amazing guests. That'll be towards the end of the show, so have your paper and pen ready so you're able to lean into that as well as you lean into our conversation today. With that, it is my privilege and honor to introduce our first guest today, Kara Goss. And she is a #1 international best-selling author, creator of the multidimensional soul light healing modality, spiritual mentor, and energy practitioner. She supports teachers, coaches, and individuals to reconnect with the power of their sacred hearts, and is passionate about helping you find deep peace and harmony. Please lean in and warmly welcome the powerful, dynamic, and deeply connected Kara Goss to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you.
You are
I'm
welcome.
glad to be here.
I am thrilled to have you joining us today. It's wonderful. And I wanted to start our conversation with why. For those who are just meeting you for the first time, I'd love for you to share a little bit of your journey and why this work is something you've aligned with and is so important for you to bring to the world.
Well, it's a deep, deep passion of mine. I personally had a overnight spiritual awakening and got to directly experience the different multidimensional levels of our true inherent nature, our true self, which is not separate, from my opinion, from our personal self. And I understand the deep pain and suffering that we have, that we endure whenever we are moving about life. And I also deeply understand the gift and the miracles of working with this transformative healing of reconnecting with your true nature, your true self, through direct acceptance of the present moment. And it unfolds like a beautiful lotus flower. I mean, it's not black and white, it's very multidimensional, but it's such a powerful healing and transformative adventure, a journey, if you will, that once I went through it myself, I was really called and asked by Spirit to step out and to be that light in a way for anyone else who might be searching for another light. And so it really lights my soul on fire to be that guide to reflect them back to themselves.
I love that this leaning in to be that light and a mirror in a sense as well, reflecting that outward and inward and helping people see that within themselves. And I'm curious about something that you shared earlier in our conversation today. Is it okay if I ask
Absolutely.
a question along that path? You had shared a little bit about how sometimes we can, when we have a different voice, and a little bit of how that can be interesting to walk. When you have a slightly different message or perspective. And here you've so deeply said yes to sharing that and to shining that out in the world and really helping others do that too. So I wanted to know if you had something on your heart for those who are feeling like, I feel different, I have something different inside me that sometimes I'm not sure if I should bring forward or how to bring forward. Do you have any wisdom and advice of what helped you on that journey be able to lean in so powerfully and say yes?
Yes. I mean, as most people who've been with me on my journey, when I first stepped out, I had no fear, but I wasn't aware, and social media there wasn't all this cancel culture and people really standing against the narrative at that time like we're in now. And I'm sure that now is even more frightening for people to really utilize their voice or to have a different voice, especially when it comes to things of an energetic nature, or a quantum nature, or multidimensional nature that may differ from the main teachings that, apply. And it kind of unfolds in layers. I think that it's something that you revisit. And the most important thing is to accept that you are going to feel fear. Your body is probably going to shake. You're going to feel contraction. And, there's this misunderstanding that, well, if it's of spirit and it's in harmony, that I'm somehow not going to feel contraction. And I watch that stop so many people because they think that now I have something to clear, or there must be something else I have to learn, or something else I have to process. And it's not the case. Like, any time that you're about to step into the unknown, your body is physically going to try to hold you back, and that's okay. And so you have to be willing to be uncomfortable. And I know we hear that a million times, but sometimes it's so crippling and so paralyzing. I used to shake. I used to vomit. I used to get headaches after I posted a video. Like, it was terrible. And you have to understand that there's 8 billion people on the planet. Not everybody's going to like you, and people are going to stand against you, but you will find your tribe. And so you don't want to die with that music still inside you. Life is just too precious, So what got me through was, if today was my last day, would I want my kids to remember me as a person who didn't speak, who didn't follow my passion? And the answer was no. I need that lesson to be passed on to them. I need them to have courage. So I just have always kept pushing forward, no matter how scary it is.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I just so appreciate that and what helped you keep doing. And you're right. I think so many people think we won't contract, we won't feel fear, we won't struggle, but we do.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. And we can keep stepping forward.
It's okay.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that. And so I'd love to know that around what kind of stops us, because we've talked some about fear. And I think there are things that interfere with our truly aligning to ourselves, really stepping into our goals and our purpose and those things we want to bring forward and create harmony and be part of the change we want to see, yet I think things stop us or we stop ourselves. What are your thoughts around that, and how can we navigate through?
Well, my thoughts around that are every single behavior and every single action that we've ever done up until now has served us positively in some point in our life. Otherwise, we wouldn't have done it. It may be a perceived negative action in our response. And so, we're very multidimensional beings. So like from the lowest human level, analyzing that, how has that served me and what am I trying to protect myself from? And, is it a feeling of isolation? Is it a feeling of, I'm not going to be accepted, or people are going to make fun of me, or I'm going to be kicked out of the tribe, which is a deep, ancient, wound that we all carry within us at a soul level. But, I think there can be a number of reasons and stories that we can attach to. And so I've always encouraged my people to not give into the story, right? Like, you can understand it, but it doesn't need to be your narrative. What I encourage people to do is to recognize that it's there and to say, okay, so let's bring this feeling in, let's bring this emotion in, let's bring this emotional charge in, and let's allow it to be there. Let's allow it to be there rather than deny it, right? Because honesty is a higher vibration than denial. So most of the time people want to push through, and then they get angry that they can't achieve something, or they just keep tapping out, right? But they refuse to actually look at what is actually going on. And it has an energetic and emotional charge. It has a neurological pattern within the body. It stops you on a very deep level. But if you can recognize it as it's arising, be friends with it. Don't spiritualize it. Don't feed yourself. I call it the spiritual BS because, in the world that I work in, we want to work with higher energies. We want to work with higher consciousness, but we can only do that once we really accept where we're at. So, my motto is honesty is a higher vibration than denial. And when you start being really honest about what you're not doing, what you could be doing, and get rid of what I should be doing, get that out of your vocabulary, it's going to start to get lighter because you're naturally going to want to see yourself as doing the thing. You're naturally going to evolve into then being able to do the thing. So it's very individualized, but overall it carries the same pattern. So I hope that makes sense, because that's a big loaded question that has many different dimensions. But ultimately, Stop feeding yourself the story, bring it back to the present moment, be with what is arising, and be really brutally honest, and don't run from that just because you think that you're going to create more negativity if you look at what what thoughts, feelings, or emotions are coming up, because that's a great big spiritual myth.
Well, and I love this concept that honesty is a higher vibration. So really honoring where you're at and seeing what you're feeling, seeing what you're thinking, not the shoulds, but where you're really at and where are you looking to go, where you're looking to be. I love it.
Yeah, if I could add to that, I mean, when we go into the vibration of honesty through acceptance, right? Mm-hmm. Accepting the present moment, like exactly as it is. Okay, so I'm accepting the fact that I'm self-sabotaging or whatever that means for me. I'm accepting the fact that I can't move forward. When you accept it, like you bring it in, you're not, giving it excuses, but you're being with it in the present moment, it opens you up to the law of harmony. Now you're not working against yourself. You're starting to work in harmony with yourself. And when that happens, it opens up flow, ideas, solutions, and inevitably transformation. So it could be that. It could be anything, addiction, not able to smoke, not able to lose weight. It brings in a form of alignment when we do that. And it's very powerful.
I like that honesty mixed with acceptance of where you're at. Really, really powerful. Well, we are getting close on time. It goes so very quickly. And I wanted to see if you have a final thought or a share that is on your heart as you reflect back on our conversation that you want to bring to our listeners today.
Yeah, I mean, I think that especially like right now we're in the new year, a lot of people are doing their manifestations, their ideals, things like that. One, just remember that honesty is a higher vibration than denial. And remember that all manifestation is not created equal. So what I mean by that is you may have a different blueprint. So there's so many different types of ways to manifest and create. It's best to lean into your heart, into what you're called to do. So some people are like Tony Robbins, push, push, push. Some people are more like, an Eckhart Tolle, create from the soul, in flow. So find your own way by tuning into your heart and drown out the noise of the world. And just remember to connect within, follow your own soul, and know that you can do it. Know that it's already there for you. And remember that you don't have to achieve anything for the universe to bless you, because you are the universe already. So you don't have to be perfectly healed or perfectly, abundant in your mindset before you can receive beautiful blessings and miracles from the universe. They're always happening now because you're it.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing. I so appreciate it. And
thank you for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we are getting ready to go to our next commercial break. And as we do, listeners, I encourage you to really take a moment to sink into all that Kara has shared with us. Really see what's speaking to your heart, to your spirit, to your soul, and receive. And we will continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Voice America programs are now available on your favorite connected device, including Amazon, Alexa, and Google Home. Through streams with Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio, listening to your favorite show is as easy as saying the show name followed by the word podcast.
Hey, Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast.
If that doesn't work, try adding on TuneIn or on iHeartRadio or on Apple Podcasts.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that time of being still and checking in and really seeing what's speaking to your heart and to your spirit, and honoring that, honoring where we're at, where we're going, what we're discovering and accepting, and then aligning. I love it. Well, one of the things that I wanted to talk about as well today is around visibility. So as you're looking ahead at 2023 and you're looking ahead at being on purpose and sharing more of who you are, we talk about that a lot on the show, because I feel like one of the biggest gifts you can give the world is more of you. You are uniquely, wonderfully made and absolutely needed. So one of the things that I believe about visibility and why it's important is it's not necessarily about the spotlights and the glamour and all the attention on you. It's really about being easy to be found by the people who need you most. You don't want to be a mystery. You don't want to be something they don't know exists, because you cannot help them if they don't see you, if they don't know you exist. They don't know that you can help them with what they need help for and with. You may be exactly what they've been hoping, praying for, and seeking, but they don't know you yet. And I feel like sometimes we can be our own greatest secret. And yet we have this cry and this heart to make a difference and reach more people. So today, one of the things we're going to talk about is some of how you can do that, and an opportunity to help you reach more people. Because one of the things we've been talking about today is you're not on your own. We can do this together. We get to do this together. We're in community. We get to support one another. So one of the things we've created to help you get on more stages, help amplify your message, help you reach more people outside of your current circles and sphere of influence, so that you can reach those people who need you, is the Speaker Talent Search. We have them several times a year. You can learn more at speakertalentsearch.com. We have one coming up, and that's why I was excited to take the opportunity in January to talk a little bit about this. speakertalentsearch.com. And I've shared a little bit about my perspective on visibility and why I think that's important. I love some of what Kara shared about how she worked through that fear of being committed to being that light and shining and sharing out. I know that the only thing I know that cuts through darkness is light, and we can be that. And we don't have to be perfect. We just have to be willing, and be willing to be seen, be willing to be heard, being willing to step forward and stand for ourselves and others. So I hope that as you listen in, you'll get some tips and ideas of how you can start taking additional steps to be seen and heard on higher levels. If the Speaker Talent Search appeals to you, we'd love for you to lean in and explore that as well. So I am the founder and creator of the Speaker Talent Search. It's part of us giving back and helping you reach more people. So if you have that on your New Year's resolution list or on your heart, make sure that you're tuning in, and we'll give some great tips around being visible as well. So with that, let me introduce our first amazing guest, Maureen Ryan Blake. She is the principal and founder of the Power of the Tribe Network, has a master's in leadership and diplomacy from Stony Brook, and she's a graduate of HCL Transformational Leadership and is committed to lead from generosity. She's passionate about helping you shine. Please lean in. Warmly welcome the powerful, dynamic, and tribe leader, Maureen Ryan Blake. Welcome.
No. Hello, Rebecca. Always thrilled to be here. Hi, everyone.
Welcome. Excited to have you join us. And I'd love for you to share just a moment why you think, what are your thoughts about visibility, and a little bit about why the Speaker Talent Search calls to you. She is part of our April Speaker Talent Search panel and a frequent flyer on the Speaker Talent Search panel, I should say. And I'd love for you to share a little bit about why visibility is important to you, any advice you can give, and why you believe in the Speaker Talent Search, why it calls to you.
You know, I love how you started with that the people stay hidden, right? And that it's about reaching others. And if they can't find you, they can't experience your amazing gift and bring them forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the piece with visibility and is that, yeah. And I'm working on it 3 years in. I think I finally got it down. But it really is true that if they can't find you, they can't see and feel your light. And people need light. So
yes.
The visibility is so much. And what I do is that I have the privilege of working with best-selling authors and celebrities and individuals that are coming forward with okay, what's next? How do I become visible, and how do I make a difference in this world? Because that's what it's all about, right?
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Is there a favorite part of the Speaker Talent Search? Is someone on that panel that gets to experience the finalist shares and messages?
Well, I would say I love the videos. Okay, so I mean, that's not right. It's what I do. But my favorite part is seeing someone come in on their journey and having behind the scenes to get to see where they get to go. That's my favorite part.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. I think for me, the Speaker Talent Search, and we've been doing this for over 8 years now, if not more at this point. And I love seeing how the connections and relationships built from the Speaker Talent Search help people's trajectory. It helps them connect in new ways and build and reach more people. And I love seeing that ripple out. So it's one of the things that I just love about the Speaker Talent Search and enjoy and continue to year after year watch and see that impact. It's just an honor and a privilege to be entrusted with people's messages and to get to be part of their journey. That's some of what I love about it. Oh, I'm going to introduce our next panelist as well that I'm excited to introduce to you too. And these are two of our panelists that will be on our April Speaker Talent Search that's coming up. And for anyone who's curious about what is this, I encourage you to go to speakertalentsearch.com. And there are a lot of important deadlines. You want to read the details, but applications for the April search are due by February 28th, the end of February. So if this is calling you, I encourage you to lean in and enjoy participating in this opportunity. So you'll find applications need to be turned in by the end of February. Don't wait till last minute. You won't shine as powerfully in the application. Really give yourself room and time to enjoy. With that, let me introduce Dr. Kasuri. So Dr. Kasuri Henry is a #1 international best-selling author. She's a sought-after member of the Forbes Council, an accomplished professional who trains and works with organizations, coaches, and individuals. And she specializes in helping organizations, governments, and individuals around the world really grow mindfully, that together we can have sustainable shared prosperity. We can grow together and do so in a way that creates a legacy that we are proud of, that's really impacting the world in a positive way. She's the founder of Ennobled for Success Institute and CEO of Kasuri Incorporated. And some of her experience includes working on and leading the global acquisition of Duracell brand by Warren Buffett. And she does so many things. Business transformation of the Chicago Teachers Pension Fund, and as CFO of a $22 billion statutory organization, transforming insurance and risk to management and predictable analytics. So this brilliance around global economics translated in a way that we can move things forward in a mindful, purposeful, aligned way that is sustainable. So those are some of the brilliance that you'll enjoy, and her beautiful sense of humor. So it is my honor and privilege to introduce Dr. Kasuri Henry, our powerful leader, organizer, and global influencer. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. You're way too kind. I appreciate you. And it's such an honor to spend some time with your audience here. Thank you.
You are welcome. It's a joy to have you here joining us. And I'd love for you to share with this global imprint that you've created and this reach around the world. You've been able to walk on so many different paths globally, touch so many lives. Do you have a piece of advice or tip or perspective you want to add to this visibility conversation?
Absolutely. Too many places, too many times, women are told, just be seen, don't be heard.
Mm.
And that is disempowering. To me, visibility is about being seen and heard. That means finding our voice. And when we find our voice and we find our presence, we get to connect with our inner self deeply.
Mm-hmm.
And show up in a way that we can be there for us. Women give birth, women raise families, women run the underpinning of society. Whether we agree or not, whether it's visible or not, women are behind everything. Why not give them the visibility? Why not give them the credit? And by doing so, we are creating a sense of belonging to the people who hold society together. And society thrives when women are empowered and women have a sense of belonging. Every economic development work I do anywhere in the world starts with women. You give woman her voice, she lifts up a family and a community. You give a man money and a voice, that is spent very quickly.
Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. It's so important that we hear our women and that they together in community, we come together and we unite around the world and do share that it benefits everybody. So I appreciate that reminder and sharing that with us. And you have also been part of our Speaker Talent Search many times. You're part of our April one coming up. Yeah. And I'd love for you to share why that's something you say yes to, and if you have a favorite part about it.
Absolutely. To me, it is to watch somebody take that first step with courage to become visible.
Mm-hmm.
And then the opportunity to watch them turn into a butterfly, right? When the caterpillar thought his life was over, it turns into a butterfly. And to me, this whole process is not transactional. The success of a person through this process is directly correlated to, are they taking it as a transactional journey or a transformational journey? And for those who embrace it as a transformational journey, to lift them up and watch them fly into the beautiful garden of their chosen field as a butterfly, themselves fully transformed, to then transform their field, that is a beautiful thing to watch.
I love that. I'm picturing all these beautiful butterflies launching around the world, sharing and impacting their respective areas and then spreading that. I love it. I love it. And bringing that transformation forward. Beautiful. Thank you. So any final thought or tip that you want to give our listeners today, whether it's around the Speaker Talent Search or it's around visibility or just something that's really being laid on your heart to share with our listeners?
Absolutely. We each have a right to live.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to live, we need to believe in ourselves and we need to speak our truth. So visibility is not just getting on a stage and getting on a soapbox and talking about your message. It's about living your life every day and finding your voice to speak up for what is right and protect the ones you love. For that too, we need visibility. So take visibility in its fundamental way as a tool that frees up your soul and allows you to live your purpose. And when you come from that place, you see visibility very differently. You were created for a reason. That means you need to make your mark. And for that, you need to be able to speak your truth.
Thank you. So powerful, so important. And listeners, I want you to take a moment as we go to our next commercial break to really soak in those thoughts and wisdom and insight around visibility. See if there's something in there that is shifting or pulling you forward. And I want to invite you, whether the Speaker Talent Search is something that will support you on that journey or not, find the steps that do. because your voice and your message is needed. The world needs you. So find what that path is. I was thinking back on some of what Kara said, that, we have different blueprints. We're wired differently. So honor the way you're wired and made, but stretch to find that path forward for you. And if this can be part of it, the speakertalentsearch.com, we're honored to be on that journey with you. But I want you to find that path forward for you. So take these next 2 minutes to really feel in and write down a couple of things that either touched you or a couple of steps you can take this week, today, not someday, to help you move forward, to really honor the light you are, the message you've been given to share. And we'll continue our conversation in just 2 minutes.
Voice America is on your favorite smart speaker. If you have Alexa or Google Home, go ahead and give us a try.
Hey Alexa, play Finding Your Frequency podcast on TuneIn.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-888-346-9141. That's 1-888-346-9141. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that break. I know it went a little bit faster than 2 minutes, in case you noticed that. So hopefully it gave you a moment to sink in and really put some thoughts down, some steps you can take. And I want to invite you at the end of today's show to take 2, 5, 7 minutes for you. Before you rush back out into the day, take a moment to center, to really hear what's being laid on your heart. 1 to 2, maybe 3 things you can do starting now, not someday, now, to help align more with who you are and bringing the gift of who you are forward. And I hope sharing it a little bit more with the world. That's where we can make a big difference, heart by heart, life by life. So with that, I wanted to go around the room and have everyone share their contact information. I invite you to write this down. We're sharing it on purpose. I want you to be able to connect and follow with our group here because they are leaning into you. They are connecting with you and wanting to support you. So for those of you who want to connect in with me, you can do so through yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. That's my website. And you're able to click and set up a time to talk or send me a message. So yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. We've been talking about speakertalentsearch.com. If for those of you who are interested in learning more about some of the visibility opportunities or perhaps being a guest on one of our shows, that's an opportunity. And with that, I'm going to start with Kara. Can you share your contact information and the best way for people to connect in with you?
Yes. So you can visit me at my website at KaraGoss, KaraGoss.com. You can email me at Kara@KaraGoss.com, or you can follow me over on Facebook or Instagram under Kara Goss.
Wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do think it looks like we do have a caller that wanted to connect in. So I want to make sure she has your contact information because we are running out of time on the show. So I appreciate you sharing that so she can connect in with you and reach out regarding her question. And with that, Dr. Kasuri, can you share your contact information?
Absolutely. I would recommend going to my website, casshenry.com. It's www.kashenry.com. Once you're on the site, my email, my social media handles, everything is available. You can click through and connect with me. And for training, coaching, whatever your needs are for visibility and finding yourself and digging deep into connecting with yourself, here to support you.
Beautiful. Thank you. And Maureen, I'd love for you to share if you had a final quick tip about visibility, and because I just felt like you had one more thing on your heart to share that we missed, so I wanted to give you that moment, but we are really close on time, so if it can be super fast, and your contact information so people can connect and go deeper.
Thank you, Rebecca. The last piece I want to say about visibility is that this Speaker Talent Search, this is your foot in the door of the community. And it's all about community and the amazing things that happens. And my goodness, is this an amazing community. So I'm pushing you to say just do it. So with my contact, I'm also going to direct you and change this up. I'm going to send you to the Hub, which is the YouTube channel, and it's the @ Books, Authors, Interviews. Books, Authors, Interviews, the @ YouTube. I pop in the community page. I got a post there. Come say hi, talk about it. The link for the Speaker Talent Search will be there, as well as the replay for the radio show. Get to see what we do. But you get to come forward this year. And we can't wait to hear from you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate it. Listeners, thank you for tuning in and being part of our conversation today. Thrilled to have you on the journey, and I look forward to each of you stepping forward on purpose and with purpose, sharing the gift of you out in the world. Remember, there's no one else just like you. And your voice, your message, your perspective, your way of seeing the world, your journey matters and makes a difference. So be willing to lean in, share, and shine. Have an amazing week, everyone, and we'll talk to you next time.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter, next Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, on the Voice America Empowerment Channel, with a replay on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern and 1 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Variety Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.